Hello and good morning to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
I love that you wished us a good morning. Good morning to the morning show.
Well, because it is a good morning. I mean, the weather is delightful.
It is.
So, I mean, and you know, it's hump day.
Oh, your favorite day.
Indeed. Who doesn't love a hump day?
Yeah.
I mean, it's right in the middle of the week, so you survived the beginning of the week, and now you're just coasting into the end of the week.
That's right.
Getting ready for the weekend. Oh, God, and then I heard suddenly that Loverboy song. Everybody's working for the weekend.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you know, historically, Wednesdays are my most depressing days?
Oh, no.
I don't know. So when I started seeing a therapist, we started kind of just tracking like my moods and my day. And yeah, for whatever reason, Wednesdays I'm always like in bummer mode. So,
oh, wow.
Which is weird because I don't know, like a lot of people don't buy into this and whatever, but like Wednesday is supposed to be like the miraculous energy of Mercury, and it's supposed to be like a good day for like talking and like social interactions.
See, I think it's PTSD from not having tacos on Tuesday.
Ever?
That you're still in shock. You haven't gotten over that lack of tacos.
I might have to see a whole new therapist about just this taco abandonment issue. I know.
Or just get some tacos.
Or that.
So.
That, I know. Arizona Center, can we get a taco place?
Well, it'll be interesting because I'm assuming, I mean, we got the microbrewery going in. You've got Clever Man Steakhouse going in, so it'll be interesting to see kind of what they bring to the mix.
Those would be some expensive tacos.
Well, yeah, but they would be like wild buffalo caught.
Marshall's like, but I'm worth it. I'm worth a $40 taco.
So, you know, now it's time for your favorite part of the day.
God, I love it more than anything in the world.
And it's even a Wednesday, so we can only hope that. All right.
That was with like vigor.
I know. Well, last time I did that.
That's true. You didn't do so well.
I didn't do so good. So I was like, okay, let me just go at this with attitude. So, all right. So our word of the day is nebulous. Of relating to or resembling a nebula. Well, distinct or vague, just like that. I was like, wow. All right. So there's sentences. Jerry's account of the event was so incredibly nebulous that we are still unclear as to what exactly happened.
We're pretty nebulous about all of the sentences that are
Well, this one's actually not bad.
No, that one works.
You can actually figure out what the word means from that.
But I'm saying, normally,
oh, yes,
they're sentences.
And leave you with like, what did I just read?
I know.
Why did I just read that? And so.
Don't you feel like, I feel like this whole thing is just like a massive joke. Like it was some bitter employee that was like, his last task was creating this calendar, and he's like, how many nonsensical example sentences can I squeeze into this thing?
Exactly. No, I think some of the sentences are just like, why did they pick that one? It may have the word in it, but.
I'm going to start calling people nebulous, not because they're vague, but because they resemble a nebula now.
It's like, you resemble a nebula.
What does that mean? Anyway.
It's a big question mark.
Okay.
Indeed.
Well, you know what's not a question mark? We have someone really awesome here to introduce you to, and they are responsible for a really cool organization that we can't wait to talk about. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this and introduce you to our guest.
Good morning and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And we have our guest that I was just telling you about. He's finally here. Actually, he's been here longer than I have. He got here before I did at the studio.
I hear he's a baller.
Yeah, he is a baller. Yeah, so this is Frank with the Baller Dream Foundation. So, Frank, I actually watched a video that your friend and mine, Matt, sent over to me. It was a 5-minute video about what you do. But for those that haven't seen that video yet, can you share a little bit about Baller Dream Foundation?
For sure. Marshall and Melissa, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here today. today to talk about Baller Dream Foundation. I was 29 years old, living in New York City. I got diagnosed with cancer, and I was super lucky. I had so much support and resources. My mom would be waiting every day with graham crackers and ginger ale outside the waiting room. And there were young adults and children, though, during treatment that were by themselves. And I just said, Frank, if you get through this, you got to do something. So I decided to create a nonprofit that provides major gifts and experiences and financial support to young adults and children battling all forms of cancer. But I never liked the term patient. I just thought it was so cold, sciencey, medically. And I said, you know what? Instead of those calling them patients, we're going to call them ballers. A modern day term for someone doing well, feeling well, and in control. And I think you two are ballers, right?
Well, thank you.
Doing well. And so we make dreams come true for young adults and children battling cancer. Baller Dream Foundation, hence the name.
Got it. What's the reaction with a lot of the kids and young folks when you call them baller for the first time?
They love it.
Yeah,
they love being called a baller because for the most part, a lot of these kiddos, they're watching YouTube, they're watching TikTok, they're watching Instagram, and they're seeing this baller mentality and this lifestyle.
Yeah.
And Webster's dictionary just added the term baller to the dictionary to describe a way of life. And so, you know, whether they're flying first class or they're staying at the Ritz-Carlton or wearing a pair of vintage Jordans, like it's this lifestyle. And it's the energy that we're bringing to them when we're meeting with them, because we tell them from diagnosis to remission through treatment, we're with them every step of the way. And that's important. It's a relationship that we're gifting here at Baller Dream.
I think that's such a cool shift and distinction too, because, you know, from diagnosis to then how probably everybody treats you once you're labeled, you know, with cancer, it's always a very serious and, you know, oh, how are you feeling? You know, and now you're kind of giving them this different way to experience and walk through that journey.
Exactly. That energy is so important. When I was going through my battle, I wanted to be treated normally. I wanted my buddies to continue to busting my chops. I wanted my friends to include me and not be that boo-hoo. So we always tell our ballers and the families and the healthcare heroes that we work and partner with, hey, we're going to bring a different energy to the table here. We're not going to play the violin. We're not going to put the Sarah McLachlan music on. I said, we're going to just live the best life possible. And that's why I think one of the reasons Baller Dream is just rapidly growing.
So give me some like real life examples here of some of the cool stuff you've done.
Oh boy. Well, we've gifted hundreds of ballers coast to coast. We're in 7 states, and there's so many to highlight. One of my favorite ones was when we did a special day with Guy Fieri. We had a baller in New York. She wanted to be on his show. She loved cooking. She was 9 years old at the time. And so he invited us out, and we were on the set of Guy's Grocery Games. We were there for about 4 or 5 hours. He made us lunch. That was a super cool experience with Guy Fieri. Michael Bublé has been involved with Baller Dream as well. He was excellent. Tell you something about Michael Bublé. Oftentimes these high performers, they don't have much time to do like a celebrity interaction. But he said, Frank, let's meet the baller after the show because I'll have much more time to spend with him. That was pretty cool. That was baller. But you know, we've gifted vehicles, education, room makeovers, backyards. There's so many shopping sprees, travel related. But I also love doing the ones like where we help a baller with life expenses, whether it's rent or mortgages or car payments, helping them shop for interviews, writing letters of recommendation. Like some of those real life valuable gifts, I think have more length to them than like, oh, here's your trip to Disney. But there's so many, and then on ballardream.org and our social media shows you history of all the gifts that we've given.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I think about a lot. I had a cousin who I love very dearly who passed away from leukemia when she was 28 and I was 29. And, you know, the thing that was so hard for me to comprehend was like, you get that diagnosis, your whole life changes, but life doesn't stop. You know, like the bills still have to get paid, stuff still needs to get done, you know, and especially when you're a parent, if you have kids, all of that still needs to happen. And yeah, I mean, the fact that something like this exists to have that support is huge.
You know, during COVID 2020, the world somewhat stopped, but there were still plenty of children, young adults being diagnosed with cancer. And we continue to actually grow and gift and hire more in our team because life does go on. Diagnoses come in, we need to provide support.
Yeah, for sure. So you were telling me before we started rolling camera about these events that you do that had a little bit of a surprising component to it. Would you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. It's a bit of a twist, and I think it's one of the reasons that people continue to come to Baller Dream events, and we keep adding to our invites. We bring ballers we celebrate their story, we bring them on stage, and we reveal a gift to them, a surprise that they don't know they're about to receive.
Okay.
But before,
Oh, so they don't even realize that. Oh,
they
my
know
gosh.
something's happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
But they don't know
why.
the extent of happening. So we put a beautiful stage, we have a couple hundred people there, and we have a throne on stage. So before we reveal the gift, we sit them down and I playfully roast them. And yes, they've earned the gift by just being a fighter with
Right.
cancer. But, goes back to like, treat me normal, treat me like a human, don't treat me like a patient.
Yeah.
So I roast them with plenty of information and detail and color and dirt on them as much as I can get. And it makes it a fun, uplifting event. It's a lot of happy tears, not the
Yeah.
sad tears. And so for us, it's just being different.
Yeah.
We want to be different, and that's one of, I think, many reasons that we're so different is our events. And we do them in each of our markets 2-3 times a year. We have a Baller Dream event. And I encourage next time you're here in town, please, we'd love for you to come to an event
Yeah,
and see it for
that would be-
yourself.
That would be
Love for you to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do people get connected with your organization? Is there a selection process or like a committee, or how does that work?
Great question. We're often asked that all the time. Is we work with a number of partner hospitals across the country. They're the ones that refer us the ballers. So
Okay.
then they can gauge, they can know, they can qualify the diagnosis, they can tell us exactly what the baller's going through, the treatment, etc. That's the best way to kind of draw a line in the sand, because we get emails and contacts all the time. Hey, my kid is sick, can you send them to Disney? Well, we
Yeah.
just need to do some more homework this day and age. So partner hospitals, families of existing ballers, friends of ours are always reaching out. I'm a New Yorker, I'm Italian. I have problems saying no to anyone. So,
Same.
so for me, we get, I'm getting choked up now.
Yeah.
We get people that reach out, we're going to do something. I have a policy, we're going to do something.
Yeah.
And for us, there has to be just some sort of process where we, do our homework and make sure that the gifting is going to the right child, and make sure that
Right.
the child is going through battle. So that's how children are referred to Baller Dream.
Yeah. How are you? Is it mostly donation based where you get your funding, or
Yes.
grants, or yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. There's no shortage of wonderful nonprofits in this state and in this country, and you always have to remain relevant, and you always have to give a reason to give. And for us, it's a lot of hand-to-hand conversations with donors, potential donors, marketing partners, etc. And you have to just continuously knock on doors and provide examples and testimony. But friends and families and supporters of Baller Dream are seeing what we're doing and the impact.
Yeah.
And they're seeing on our social media, they're like, wow. And for us, we're very transparent, and it's very clear where the donations are going, and because we advertise it for sure. But yeah,
Okay.
for the most part, it's donation based.
Okay, that's so wonderful, and I love those stories where people, like, you had that experience yourself, and you saw a need, you saw a gap, and that's something that we haven't talked about, is that a lot of these organizations that do similar work, their cutoff age is 18, and you go to 29.
We go to 29 because
Yeah.
I was 29, and I recognize that most nonprofits, they stop at 18. And for us, we love gifting the birth to 18-year-olds. But that gap at 18 to 29, you all remember how we were at 18 to 20. You're kind of still like a kid.
Yeah.
Most of them are still living at home.
Yeah.
And from a marketing perspective, a lot of nonprofits, they want the little 5-year-old that looks like a Disney princess, right?
Yeah.
But what about the 22-year-old single mom that's got leukemia?
Yep.
I mean, that gal or young man may not have any access to resources, but
Right.
for us, we're involved right away with them. So I love being a differentiator, and I love that gap, that 18 to 29.
I love that too.
Well,
yeah.
I just love the energy that you're bringing to it. It's like not doing, here's what everyone else is doing, so we're going to be different.
Yes.
Changing the energy as well, because that is such an important piece of the whole fight.
Exactly.
Is not being, or treating them like a little dog and just kind of like.
Exactly.
But it's like, hey, you're a human, so let's treat you.
Yes, exactly. When I was diagnosed and when I was sick, I wish there was something like Baller Dream out there to come in and provide, whether it's diversions during my treatment sessions. That's what we do at Baller Dream. We're in the hospitals as well, volunteering with these kiddos, whether it's art therapy, music therapy, Lego building session, anything to get their mind off of
Yeah.
the treatment, right?
Right.
So Baller Dream, we're identifying those opportunities with hospital activities. We're doing community events for these kiddos, so whether it's Top Golf or taking them to a Diamondbacks game or a Cardinals game, we're getting them together once a quarter with their families, right?
Yeah.
We have our events that we celebrate them. And then for me, like, I don't have like my own kids, right? So they become like little brothers and sisters to me, these kids,
Yeah.
right? So very much involved, the founder of Baller Dream and my team, the 10 of us, it's not a job.
Yeah.
It's not a job. It's a livelihood. It's a relationship we're gifting these kiddos. And I'm just so honored that you would have such interest in having me here today to talk about the Baller Dream story.
Yeah, this is what we're all about. We love people with big heart. We love people that are giving back and serving the community. And we can tell just how moved and passionate you are about what you do. And that's so amazing to see. Why don't you let people know where they can learn more about you, get involved, or donate if they're able to?
For sure. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So I would say ballardream.org is the first place you go to. You see our story. You see plenty of imagery and photos. You see plenty of history and support. And then for those social media people, now I'm old school. I don't have my own social media, but I know our social media team does a great job of keeping everyone aware of what's happening. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, we're everywhere at Baller Dream.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Frank,
Thank
for joining
you.
us
Yeah,
today.
thank you.
Thank you. No,
it's
thank
been so
you.
cool to learn about what you do and just know that you exist. Like, it makes me feel better about the world, Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this with our usual shenanigans and tomfoolery. But thank you so much, Frank.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, for sure.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
Fabulous Arizona Center. And we're ballers.
We are ballers.
We are indeed. Look at that.
I haven't heard that word in a long time. But yeah, I'll call myself a baller.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
Why not, indeed? I really am thinking of changing my name to Melissa Friday. Ever since I said it that day, I'm like, that's got a ring to it. So I think we cut it from the show intro, but we were doing an introduction of the show, and I just very casually, normally go, and I'm Melissa Friday, and I was like, oh.
See, I just thought it meant you had a new husband. So.
I don't change the name every time I get a new husband, Marshall. That would just be unsustainable.
hyphen, 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 hyphen.
Yeah. Be like a name in Iceland, like this, like long all consonants.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Marshall, it is now for real your favorite part of the show, where you get to talk some history.
Yeah. All right, so on this date back in 1960, JFK, who was still a senator at that point because he was running for president, was here in Phoenix presenting, basically giving a speech. And the photo that we have is him in front of the Westward Ho.
Oh, cool.
Exactly, and I thought, what a great photo to celebrate, and it's like, welcome, Mr. President. So it is rumored that when he was there, he got stuck in the elevator.
Why is that the rumor?
Well, the elevator got stuck, and so he was trapped in there because the elevator had kind of a wonky little history of it would just kind of randomly stop once in a while.
Yeah.
And so, and years ago, we were in there with a group of kids doing interviews with some of the folks, and they got stuck on the same elevator like the day before it was going to be removed and a new elevator installed.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Because people were like going, oh, look, you got stuck in the same elevator as JFK.
JFK, yeah.
So.
Well, you're there in good company then.
Exactly.
How weird. Very cool. Well, I forgot what we normally do next. Oh, celebrate.
Celebrate. I was like,
I know, me too.
So, name a mythical beast that looks like a horse but has a horn growing out of its head.
No, a unicorn.
It is Unicorn Day.
Oh.
Now, from ancient Greece to exotic India, the unicorn has been around, being talked about, and Today
I had
is
a My Little Pony that looked exactly like that.
well, that's actually why I chose it, because it looks like a My Little Pony.
I absolutely had a My
with the
Little Pony
rainbow
that
mane
looked
and
like that.
everything. So that's exactly why I chose
I
it.
used to. Some of them were scented. Did you ever have the scented ones? They would smell like vanilla and cherry.
No, I didn't.
Dylan's looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking
See,
about. I swear.
I didn't have them. I just knew people who did, but I didn't have any myself.
Oh, they were a joy.
So-
I loved My Little Ponies.
Well, and then there's that whole trend of the bronies.
I do know the trend of the bronies.
Of all the young boys who were
Yep.
infatuated with My Pretty Pony.
Oh, I thought bronies were something else entirely.
Oh no! Oh yeah! No, there's this whole community
okay.
of folks who were enamored with My Little Pony.
There's an X-rated version that I'm thinking of, but okay. I didn't know that. So like,
Oh, yeah.
they just like My Little Pony.
Oh yeah, and they like they have like ones they love and adore, and they try to get
Are they
clothing.
still popular for kids now? Is that something that kids like?
I don't think they're necessarily popular, but I think
Yeah.
they're still around.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah. It was like My Little Pony and Barbies were the big thing when I was growing up. Oh, and Polly Pockets. Polly Pockets were a big deal too.
Oh yeah, I actually just watched something on Polly Pockets about the guy created this toy for his daughter out of a makeup case, out of a makeup compact.
Yeah.
And from there, it grew into this whole universe of
Oh
Polly
yeah,
Pocket.
I loved it. I love Polly Pockets.
Well, she was like your size.
I know. I
So-
love that everything was little. And you know me, like, more is better, right? So, like,
Yeah.
you'd have this little thing, but then you'd open it up and there'd just be, like, stuff! So much
Right,
stuff!
all this
all
stuff.
brightly colored. Yeah, I loved it.
Indeed. Well, also today is National Name Yourself Day. Did you ever go through a phase where a lot of people maybe go by a middle name or something else?
I tried
Kind of like you and Friday.
to go by, like, an actor name. And everybody makes fun of me for it. I make fun of myself for it now.
What was your actor name?
Mickey Hendricks. But it was spelled M-I-K-K-I, Mickey, like Mickey Mouse.
That is so extra.
Yeah, it was fun. I forget what app I opened a while ago, but I hadn't used it in like years and years and years, and my username was Mickey Hendricks, and I was like, oh God, oh God, yeah.
At one point, my middle name is Alex, and so I was like, oh, I should go by that, but I never did.
That would be weird. I could not
So-
call you Alex.
No, exactly. And I was like, no, I am a Marshall.
Al. I could call you Al. That's a thing I could do, Al. But not Alex.
Yeah, I'm not an Al nor an Alex. I'm a Marshall.
You are a Marshall.
There you
I
go.
know.
All right. So, I know we both like old things.
We do.
So, do you have a particular old thing that it's like, so the house is burning. What's the one thing you grab on your way out the door?
I have a really old typewriter that I am obsessed with. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Well, today is Cherish an Antique Day. And so it's a day to just kind of, whether it was passed on from your grandparents or other family, this is a day that just provides opportunity for you to learn the story behind some of those treasured antiques and to record the provenance.
Yeah.
And preserve it and for safekeeping and just making sure that it's passed on to someone else.
Yeah.
Being a good steward of it.
I know we have like a set of silver from Pat's family that's been around, and like we're trying to figure out what to do with it because like we don't have kids and
Right.
we don't use it,
Right.
So we're like, we feel like this should go to somebody that would appreciate it,
Right.
But yeah.
Indeed. And then rounding out our day is Chinese Almond Cookie Day.
Oh, my mom loves those.
So what I love is, the fact that
I should bring her some.
you should. Those buttery almond flavored treats. Basically, the cookies are good luck and mean prosperity.
Yeah.
And so,
I can't remember if I have a recipe for those. I could probably make my own instead of just bringing her some store-bought.
But don't forget to put the little one right in
The
the middle.
sliver, yeah.
Yeah, the sliver right
Yeah,
on top. So
no, I
that way
know.
you know what it is.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sorry, I was like a cat for a second. I was like, oh,
I know. I was like, what is she doing? I was like, what is she doing? She's going to start doing this any minute.
No, I'm not twirling. I literally had a cat moment. Like, I was just like, oh, a dingly thing. I don't do that anymore, Marshall.
Yeah, getting ready for that after
That was
dark
the
special.
Mickey Hendricks days.
The after dark special here on the morning show.
We joke about that so often. We probably should do it.
We probably
at
will
some
do it
point.
at some point.
I know.
That would actually be kind of fun.
With Christy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some other things. So. All right. So besides going out for some almond cookies while riding our unicorn.
What a great day.
Exactly. What a fun day.
I don't think I need to do things to do. Like, that's just the perfect day.
So what are some fun things we could be doing?
Okay. Dylan is about to be so disappointed in me because the first one that he wrote is so clever and packed full of Ariana Grande isms, and I don't know how to do any of them.
I know who she is.
Whoa, well, there you go. We got a win right there.
Right, exactly.
So it's an Ariana Grande tribute skate at Skateland Mesa at 6 p.m. tonight. So basically, yeah, he really like chocked this full of things. But you can skate to her biggest hits. And I feel like Dylan should just come do this. Do you want to come do it really quick?
Yeah. Can I steal your phone?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, we got to mic him up.
Hold on.
It's okay. Just get down here.
Okay, go.
Okay. Right now, I'm in a state of mind of wanting to skate to Ariana Grande's biggest hits. Join us at Skateland Mesa for an evening dedicated to Galinda herself. No tripping, falling with no safety net allowed. Your skating will be like supernatural, so say yes and join us for tonight. With $7 admission and $5 skate rental and $4 for non-skating adults, it's going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Skateland Mesa. So you should come out and do it.
Presented by Dylan, everyone. Woo! See, I was like, I know there's a right way and a wrong way to do this, and
I would have done it completely the wrong way.
I probably should have just done it. That still would have given joy to some folks that I didn't even do it right, but that's okay. Okay, so that happened. We have that. We've also got a film screening. It's Hollywood's Architect, the Paul R. Williams story at Walter Studios. Mm-hmm. Yep, and this is happening at 7 p.m. tonight. So basically, the documentary chronicles the life of Paul R. Williams, an African-American architect who overcame barriers of race to design some of the most iconic structures of the 20th century, from his groundbreaking work in Beverly Hills to his influence on modern architecture. His story is both inspiring and a testament to resilience. So this is $18. Doors open at 5:30 with the screening happening from 6:30 to 9:30, and there will be a Q&A after the screening. So that sounds like a really good doc to go see.
So.
Okay, we've got bingo and trivia on the lineup tonight. So
Are we combined?
No.
Okay.
Oh, what did you just mastermind, Marshall Shore / Albert? Okay. This is, seriously, can we figure that out? This is Jukebox Bingo.
Hopping down the bunny trail.
Cute, I like it. It is Easter edition. So this is at the Royal Kitchen in Phoenix at 7 p.m. So fun prizes, entertaining songs. You can come out and have a drink or two, some yummy food, and check out this new twist on bingo. Your cards start at $2, and like I said, it's at 7 p.m. So what a lovely time.
Indeed.
Okay, this is a classic. Have you seen Jersey Boys?
No.
Marshall. Well, here's your chance, young man. Jersey Boys is at Phoenix Theater. This is running through May 4th, so you have time to see it through Star Wars Day. May the Force be with you. So do you know what Jersey Boys is about?
Singers.
Yes, technically. So basically, you are getting transported back to the gritty streets of the sizzling 60s rock and roll scene. This is a Tony, Grammy, award-winning musical sensation, and it takes you on the jukebox journey, tracing the meteoric rise of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So it's a really good show, super, super awesome. Tickets range from $71 to $117, and tonight the show is at 7 p.m. But like I said, you have basically a month, right, to find the show that works for you, and it's worth it. And Phoenix Theater always does a really incredible job.
They do.
Yeah, and then for our trivia, we've got. Are you a BoJack Horseman fan?
I've seen some of the episodes.
Okay. See, you surprised me when you were like, what show did you watch? Rick and Morty? Is that what you said you watched? So I never know with you. This is happening. It's not Rick and Morty. It's BoJack Horseman, and it's at Valley Bar in Phoenix at 6 p.m. It's just trivia about your favorite washed-up actor, BoJack. They'll be capping the event at 40 teams. That's a lot of teams. Holy cow. Anyway, so sign up as soon as you can, because apparently if you're not one of the first 40, you are out. 40.
Wow.
40. My mind is blown right now.
That's a huge space to even have 40 trivia teams.
Okay, bingo trivia is sounding awesomer and awesomer as far as an input. Anyway.
Well, because you could, if you did bingo trivia, you could have the answer is then the bingo.
Right.
So you don't use as a trivia question.
Okay, we'll sidebar about this after. Okay, anyway, it is a 21 plus event. It's free admission. Sign up by or at 6 p.m. and then the trivia starts at 6:30. So done. I'm done. I'm gonna go ride my unicorn now and eat my almond cookies.
That's right. Have a day.
Have a day.
Exactly.
Or we could celebrate some birthdays, I guess.
Let's do some birthdays.
Before I light off on
Jump up, go have a great day. Everyone has come to see you. Make a wish and hope it comes true.
a miniature unicorn would be so cute.
Well, anything miniature.
Oh.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so not a miniature unicorn, but
Yes.
probably one of the most famous magazines that everybody knows of,
Vogue?
Playboy.
Oh.
Hugh Hefner, it's his birthday today. I mean, the very first issue had unprinted photos of Marilyn Monroe in it.
I did not know that.
And is quite a collector's item.
Okay.
And so, he went on and really was a challenge for, basically pushed the boundaries of what media was, what they could show, what they could do. And I think it's so cool that he not just did the magazine, but then also had the mansions and even clubs. There was even a Playboy club right here in town.
Mm-hmm.
So opened up in the late 60s and survived through the 80s. And
I thought it was so funny. A lot of my, I won't say names, but a lot of my family's friends are like super religious, and so I've met them through like, Bible groups and stuff like that. And then I found out one of them used to be a Playboy bunny here.
Oh, fun.
And I was like, what?
That's crazy. Well, it's so funny because I actually was able to, years ago, sit down with one of the bunnies from the early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And her just talking about that experience and how it's like as a single mom to be able to have a job that meant she could be home with her kids when they got home from school.
Yeah.
And she made a living wage that it was like there weren't many jobs she could do that with.
Yeah.
Because the field for women to work was such a small area.
I have very mixed feelings about the whole thing, but we'll save that for another show.
Well, right. There's always the good and bad, but it was interesting just kind of talking to her and hearing this whole other side about how, as a single mom,
Yeah.
it's like being able to be with her family. And she did, when she quit, she kept her bunny and tail, her suit and tail, which she's not supposed to do.
No, you're not.
And she actually kept them hidden away. And I was like, she's like, because she has kids, she's like, she didn't want them to see it. And so now I think she's now putting it on display and everything else. So.
Well, I think it's, it's not an either or, it's an and. Like there were things that really came out that were beneficial for women in liberation, and then there were things that were not,
Well, I think it also depends on where, because it was like here the security guards would escort the women to their cars after work. It was any sort of commingling with the the clients and
Yeah.
was completely verboten.
I don't think so much the clubs. I'm thinking more of like the Playboy Mansion itself and some of the
Okay.
things that Hugh Hefner
Right.
kind of perpetuated.
Right.
You know, like there were some problematic things, but I also appreciate, you know, some of the freedom that it presented to women as well.
Right. So it was a double-edged sword.
It was.
And then we have Cynthia Nixon's birthday.
Oh, I love Cynthia Nixon.
Exactly, from Sex and the City.
Talk about baller. She's a baller.
She
I love
is
her.
indeed. And you know, I didn't realize she basically got her film debut at the age of 12.
In what?
A movie called Little Darlings from
Little
1980.
Darlings. Huh, I don't know
And then her Broadway debut was in The Philadelphia Story,
that. Okay.
like a few years later. And so she's, after Sex and the City, I mean, she's done Rabbit Hole, Little Foxes,
Little darlings, little foxes.
Pelican Brief, Quiet Passion. So she's still out there doing stuff. So she's appeared in TV series like Ratcheted and Hannibal. And she is turning 58 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
So
She looks
happy
great.
birthday. And then also Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, it's his birthday as well. And you know, I thought it was funny because his break-in movie was Breaking Away, which was filmed in Bloomington, Indiana. It was
Oh.
all about bicycle riders.
Okay.
And a big race, which they still do.
He's such a, especially as he's older now, he's like a weirdly diverse actor. Is he the one that's doing, I'm looking at Dylan, the Smiley Face show about the serial killer? Is that him?
Might be.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, I mean, he's been in, I mean, so many things. I mean, The Bright Stuff as an astronaut, a detective in The Big Easy. I mean, just so many different roles. I mean, in The Rookie in 2002, he was Jim Morrison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like
mean,
all
he's-
over the place.
right.
Like there's this show with Billy Bob Thornton that I still think is one of the best shows ever that's been on television called Goliath, and he was on like the last season of that, and a really weird kind of villainous character. And then like right around the same time, he did this Christmas Netflix special with it was like the dad, and I'm like, I love them both equally.
And then Little Nas X. His birthday is today
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, that outfit. Love that.
I mean, he is turning 25. I mean, he broke out.
He's
went vi-
only 25?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, went viral on TikTok with Old Town Road. Basically did a collaboration with Billy Ray Cyrus, among many others. He is now known for genre bending and gender bending as well. Openly gay and very much a supporter for LGBT rights. And when he came out, he was the first openly LGBTQ person to win a country music award.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so yeah, so happy 20th birthday, Little Nas X.
Yeah, well, he's got a long legacy ahead. That's really cool.
Indeed, more change in the world to come.
And I just feel like a failure usually.
And
when
you're
you
just
talk
trying to
about how
get yourself an almond cookie and riding off
and
on
a
your
unicorn. That's all I want in life. But we also want you to write in to us. So if you've got celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, promotions, anything that you would like to chat about, events, I love it to share your events. We've also got Courtney that's doing her segment on dating and sex and relationships that you can write in and ask your questions to Courtney. So all the things, and the way you do that is you can send us an email at hello@onthemorningshow.com or shoot us a message or leave us comments on our Instagram at onthemorningshow. Super responsive, love to hear from you, so please do take advantage of that. And Anne tells me every day how much she loves getting your emails, so no, I'm kidding. We really do love getting your emails. I think that's it. Is that our hump day?
Yeah, so that's our hump day, and we'll
Okay.
be back for Thursday.
We sure will.
Indeed, so we'll be right here tomorrow morning, so be sure to check us out with more guests and more fun to come.